Alright YouTube, so what we got here is a 3 3/4 Briggs and Stratton engine here, and I converted it. I took all this off of it last night, the carburetor, fuel tank, and a bunch of other unnecessary things you don't need to run an engine. I basically got her down to where we just got a hole going right into the intake here. And the whole reason I'm doing this is because I wanted to show you guys that, you know, starting fluid, Cosby sauce, you know, the good stuff that engines crave. You know, that stuff is great, but when you don't have it, it doesn't do you any good. So I'm showing you today that with oxygen and acetylene, you can use the acetylene to start your engine if you don't have starting fluid.
Hang on. Is that dangerous?
Well, yeah, it can be, especially if you give it oxygen. You know, if you see one of my other videos on there, how to make a cup go away, it's very explosive, volatile when you add oxygen to the acetylene. Because when you add oxygen to the acetylene, the acetylene is the fuel, and the oxygen is the oxygen. That's what helps the fuel burn. And acetylene on its own just burns like a flame. But when you give it pure oxygen, it makes that fuel burn instantaneously. It gives it all the oxygen it needs, and it just goes instant and explodes. So what we're going to do today is we're going to put just acetylene into the engine and get it running to show you that, hey, if you got an old junk IDI, like that one over there, which you can't see because there's a Dodge in the way.
That's a sweet Ram.
No, we're in Ford country here, if you can't tell. But anyways, we know IDIs, they like ether. So this would work really good. And I would show you on that, but it needs a starter. So we could do that later. So anyways, we're going to get this thing, we're going to get it running off of acetylene. Once it gets running, I am the carburetor. So this thing's just gonna go in there, and we still gotta get some setup going on here. But come and look at this. Just look at this. Just look how that just goes. Oh yeah, right in there, dude. And it's kind of too perfect. It's almost like Briggs and Stratton made this to go with this Victor torch tip, which I don't know what number this is. Yeah. Anyways, it's all burned up because I'm hard on torches. So anyways, we're going to get her running. I'm going to be behind probably a sheet of plywood or something. And I'm able to adjust how fast the engine runs by adjusting the acetylene. Once I get it running to an RPM that I like, I highly doubt the turbo is going to get lit, but it's just on there, you know, because turbos are cool. Once I get it running to an RPM that I sounds adequate, like it's just about ready to explode, but not, it's still running, I'm going to go at a distance away, and this lever here gives it oxygen. So I'm probably going to have a string tied to this, and I'm just going to give her a good old shot of oxygen. Something's going to happen. Probably not in the best interest of this engine. So what we got to do here is get set up. I'm going to show my buddy here, photographer, videographer, cameraman guy, my tripod. Because I really like my tripod. Because it's multi-purpose. And this is my well shed. This is where I do my works. So that is my tripod.
Oh, you said you had a good one.
I don't know. I think it's a good one. And then
Amazon special.
I have vice grips. Okay. And don't mind my toilet. This is something else. This is cool. You gotta be careful you don't go too much, because if you go too much, I'm pretty sure the phone screen won't like it. So there's definitely got to have the feel for it. I could go a little more. Don't want to get greedy with it. Come on, guy. Oh, that's too much. Somewhere there. Okay, yeah, I like that. See, that's on there nicely. Then you go over here, and it goes on just like that. Okay. Vice grips are great for everything. I think this is the one that I used. I can't remember now, actually. I think. Yeah, look at that. So then, there's our tripod. So we're going to use this to film the explosion that, we don't know if it's going to explode, but it probably will. But we're going to use this up close on the video, on the engine. And I'm going to be hiding behind probably a piece of plywood, 3/4 at least.
Think a piston's gonna come out the block?
Anything's possible. So,
All right.
so we got to kind of figure out where we want to do this. You know, I'm kind of thinking maybe here, or I mean,
Yeah, next to the Ford, blow the Ford up.
dude, that thing's not gonna blow up. You couldn't blow that up if you wanted to. So I don't know. Do you think we could just do it here? I mean,
What if a piston come out and go?
well,
here?
it's just tin, and tin's replaceable.
Tin costs money.
I can get tin. There's tin over there. It's just different color.
I probably gave that to you, didn't I?
Maybe. So, what else I do here with this? Need more vice grips, because this is what holds the torch in the vise. So, I don't know. I kind of just thinking we'll just run it right here, dude. You know,
Plug it.
I think we'll just blow it up right here. I mean, we got safety precautions in here. We got a hose that's turned on, so we can get everything kind of wet around here. And if something does catch on fire, the cameraman's gonna have to help fight fire. So.
Nah.
You should show him that. You should show him that.
You know that whoever's filming, right? The cameraman never dies.
Okay. So what we should do is we should mount this thing down, but we got to figure out where exactly this is gonna go. Oh yeah, and the balloon. This is the crankcase vent. You can see it kind of gives you a visual on what's going on in there, and it's telling me that the rings are kind of sloppy, because it's filling that balloon up, leaking air past the cylinder. So I'm sure when this thing gets started, this balloon's gonna go pop, which is gonna be kind of cool. But so anyways, we got this turbo on here. I highly doubt it'll spool. I could get it to kind of spool with the shop vac, but it's on there, dude. It ain't going nowhere.
Except through your well house.
It's not going to. This is how you shut it off. You take this wire and you just touch it to that head bolt or anything metal.
Or you just add the oxygen and it shuts off, right?
Yes, it very well could. So let me move my stool. Let's figure out the best way that we're gonna set this thing up. Honestly, just shove it in there like that, and then I can have a string going around that. I'm gonna have a big piece of plywood here, but I'm gonna have to get this thing tied down somehow, because we need something to shove underneath of it so it's not so wobbly. What do we got around here? Let's go over to the scrap pile. Perfect. It's adjustable. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so perfect, but I don't have patience for that spinning, so do I have anything that'll jam in there? Nope. Okay. It's pretty good, but now I need to get some sort of something on there to keep it kind of held down, whether it's some nails or screws or hammer or something. Some random screws. Let's just get some random screws going there. I own this toolbox and I still don't know where my stuff is. Oops, I dropped a screw, that's fine. I'll find it later with the lawnmower. Just go like this. Gotta love Phillips bits. It's the 21st century. They should phase these damn things out because they suck. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just making it kind of secure. You know what? I'll just screw right to that rubber. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to change that on the other side. Okay, and then we'll take a hammer. Just kind of beat them towards each other there. Oh yeah, that ain't going nowhere. I like it. Now we gotta get this set up where we want it. You still gotta have some air going in there to run. You can't just run straight on fuel. You gotta have a little bit of air. That thing's just right in the road. Yeah, we don't want that. That's like a governor. We don't do governors around here. That'll work. If you haven't seen these before, these Nivix are sweet. You can grab onto like nuts, like head on, because they got like a V-cut in them. And I mean, you can twist hard and they ain't gonna slip out like a jank piece of plier. And they were good at cutting zip ties. Well, they usually do. Well, they're not now that we're filming. We just need to bend that out of the road. Let's bend it straight up. How about? Oh yeah. I don't want to crimp it though. That should be all right. Oh no, I need to get a zip tie now. I wanted the yellow one because it'll contrast good against the green. Remember, the balloon is just for a visual. It's not necessary if you're not supposed to do this. Do not try this at home.
Disclaimer.
There it is. This is like the coolest vise. I restored this vise. This thing is so cool. Oh no, I'm gonna need a shim. Some sort of shim. Might have a shim. Will this fit under there? More gooder. Okay. I'm liking it. So the most important part is to make sure that the oxygen is shut off. And then we gotta get our thing set up here. This is the impact gun. You think would make a good starter, but it's an impact gun and it does impact things, and all it does is just it'll tighten that nut there until it snaps. So you actually have to use the drill. Okay, now we have a starter. And we'll just turn it over here, see how. I just don't like how I'm facing right at the exhaust. This exhaust is just looking right at my face. So let's get our bulletproof glass set up here. Glass. Even though there is an inch thick piece of bulletproof glass for sale up in Spokane, Washington for $100. And it's a 4x8 sheet. Yeah, I know.
Shoot that with my Barrett.
That'd be so much fun. Okay, let's get this set up here. And I got screws out and everything, so I can be official here. So that way I have something to hide behind. I can stand here, and if that thing explodes, I should be okay right here. That way I can run the oxygen. Now we just need a string. And good thing I keep string right here. Let's just do the old this knot. Okay, and we just gotta make sure that the chickens don't pull on this while I'm doing this. Right? Get out of here, chicken. I think we need a longer rope.
Well, how far back are you gonna be?
Well, I don't know yet. I think it just depends on how well we can get it running. Right? Just well, do you want to get it started just on acetylene? See what it does?
Let's do it.
Okay, I'm going to make sure all the oxygen is shut off. I do wear safety glasses, so I'm going to have to fiddle fuck with it, I'm pretty sure. Well, there's no oxygen. Just have to keep telling myself no oxygen right now. I have it just a quarter turn so I can shut it off quick. Where's my starter? I haven't heard what this thing sounds like with a turbo on it yet, so this is gonna be cool. Okay, so see, it runs just fine. It even rolls coal. Did you see that? I think the only thing we have left to do here is just give it oxygen, because the suspense is killing me. It really is. I've been wanting to do this for a while. Yeah, so we just slid the torch out a little bit because we were running rich. I don't know if you see the coal rolling out of there, but we wanted to. I gave it a lot of fuel, and it kind of flooded it in a way, I guess. But so slid it out so we could get a little bit more oxygen in there, the oxygen in the air, not the green oxygen. But we're gonna see what that does now. So we'll see if that makes it run a little bit. I want to be able to get it running up to where it sounds like it's about ready to blow up, and then give it the pure oxygen. So let's see. See, all you gotta do is just shut the gas off, man. Let's just scratch the balloon idea. Okay, maybe we need to stick it in there a little bit more, because we'll give it its own oxygen here. You ready? It already feels like we broke the piston. Hang on. Yeah, we might have to check the spark plug. See what this spark plug looks like. It's pretty black. Should we test to see if we have spark? Peek in there while I crank this wheel.
Peek in where? Oh.
There where the spark plug is when I crank it over. And see if we have spark. Just know that it might pop and spitter a little bit. Tell me if there's spark. No spark in there?
No spark.
Why come? Why do we have no spark? Got spark now?
Yeah. But it's arcing when weird, like in a weird spot. Oh, one arc.
I hate getting shocked. I hate getting shocked, man. Gosh. I'm sure I'll still get shocked through this somehow.
I saw one arc.
I believe you. We're looking pretty good here. Yeah, let's try it. What? I don't want hammer mode. Oh fuck! Yeah, it's filled up, it's filled up, so it's gonna pop again. What the heck? Do you think we have it shoved in there too far? Yeah, that's probably what's going on. Let's put it right there. Oh.
What?
We didn't get any oxygen. It's because the bottle was off. The bottle was off, dude. Well, it's getting a little warm. So, what we need to try to do is we're giving too much oxygen, I think. You know, it's a balancing act. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set the torch up like we're gonna cut with it. This valve all the way open. And then I'm going to shut the oxygen off here and let it burn the oxygen out. And it should turn to just pure acetylene here in a second. So then as soon as I crack the bottle, it should be at a cutting flame. So You still recording? Okay, we're gonna snuff this out. Got the oxygen! Oh, she's locked up. She's still burning a little bit there, but I think we proved our point. That is a tough old engine, dude. Oh no, do I need an A, B, C, or D fire extinguisher? Oh, it's already out. Well, basically that torch was set up at, like, I was gonna cut through 1/2-inch plate steel, you know, and that's just running right into that engine, and it melted down. I mean, you heard it. It was running way too high of an RPM, and it just locked up. Or, you know, actually, it might have, since this is a pressure washer and you're not supposed to run them without water, it could have just locked up the pump. So, I guess another video, we're gonna have to just tear this thing apart and see what failed, why it shut off. So, my turbo is locked up. Hey, come look at this. There's pieces of melted piston. See the pieces of melted piston in there?
Or is that valves?
I don't know. It's definitely something from the engine. Anyways, so what we're gonna have to do in the next video? Well, not the turbo, but the engine's locked up.
Oh, the engine's locked? No, it spins.
Oh, that's nasty. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it right here. Just look at it.
A little bit of smoke. All
right. Well, that was exciting. Really thought it was going to explode, but I'm really impressed with that engine. It didn't blow up. I mean, I had this torch set to where it was set up for cutting, and that thing was just eating it. It was just eating oxygen and acetylene, and it was running good. And I thought it blew it up. I don't think it did. I think it still turns over and everything. So we're gonna have to blow it up next video. Maybe not the next one, but we're gonna blow that thing up. So stay tuned. Like and subscribe. That's so I can buy more acetylene. I mean, I have a regular full-time job, so this is just on the side, man. So if you help me out here, and we can do some cool stuff. So anyways, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.